Anytime that the dynamic is she has more power than you or more leverage than you, it's a matter of time until the relationship ends, and it's gonna be miserable. You never want a woman to be in a position where she feels like she's the boss, she feels like she's a leader, she feels like she can get you to comply with her demands. It's gonna be a miserable existence for you. It's gotta be the other way around. Women are terrible, terrible people when they have leverage in a relationship. Guys need to really be in their frame and internalize the fact that, number one, women are not leaders. Number two, you're better than her in every way, act like it. And then number three, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. So with women, what they say versus what they respond to are two different things, right? And the reason for that is because women fundamentally know that their sexual market value and their appealability to the opposite gender is contingent upon their sexual past. So they have to put on a facade of purity to be able to attract the highest quality mate that they can. But if you actually like study them and figure out like what turns them on and everything else like that, they have to be a bit deceptive to be able to get the highest guy that they want and not come off as a whore. But at the same time, they're hoping you as the man, you get it. One of the most popular female books to illustrate this is a book called 50 Shades of Grey. And the reason why is because the male main character is a tall, good-looking, in shape, wealthy individual who's extremely dominant and assertive, and not only conveys this personality in the real world, but also in the bedroom. And women love this type of thing because he's able to check all the boxes that women want. He has the, what I call the survival value traits, right? Of, you know, increased resources, strength, etc. But he also has the competence and he has the good looks, all in one. Very few men actually have all these things. So that book, the reason why women are so attracted to it is because the guy checks off all the boxes, but most importantly, he checks off the taboo boxes, them being degraded, them being told, you know, being a subordinate, etc. Right? This is why women like getting their hair pulled when they're having, or doggy style or whatever. They like being by a man that they feel is superior to them. Now, if you're a loser or whatever, it's not going to work. But that's one of the ugly truths about women and their sexuality. And I'll take it a step further. It was a study, I think, out of like Northwestern or whatever, where they had heterosexual men, heterosexual women, and gay men look at images. And what they did was they attached their genitals to electric nodes, and they also gave them a clicker. And it's fascinating because with the men, the straight men, they showed them images of everything from monkeys banging to heterosexual pornography, sex, a dude walking down the beach with his shirt off, all kinds of different erotic images. The men, what they clicked on versus what they aroused by with the blood flow to the genitals matched, right? Hot chicks kissing, yeah. Heterosexual pornography, yeah. This is great. And then it matches, right? The gay men, also. Gay dudes banging, check, yeah. Monkeys banging, not sure. So it was very narrow in what men were attracted to, right? What they say they're attracted to and what we think they're attracted to matched up. Now with the women, it was a lot different. The women, they only clicked on things that were politically correct. So when the guy was walking down the beach without a shirt on, they clicked, right? And obviously the general's blood flow matched that. But when monkeys were banging or, you know, weird erotic images were shown, they wouldn't click, but there was blood flow going there. So what does that mean? It means that women are extremely deceptive about what turns them on. And the reason why they're deceptive is they don't want to be looked at as by society. So it's your job as the man to kind of know that to be attractive to women, you just have to get it. You can't ask her what turns you on. She doesn't want to tell you because you're going to think she's, and that will destroy her ability to lock you in as a potential long-term suitor. So this is this dance, this strange little dance that women have where they can't be upfront and honest about this. This is precisely why I tell men to never listen to female dating coaches. The carnal side of female nature where they will fight tooth and nail to keep a guy if they find him extremely arousing and attractive. And when you have other women and they know that they have to compete with that woman, they'll do shit like that. This is why I tell guys, don't chase these. They're useless. Like as a man, you have to bring way more value to the table than they do. So you're better off getting your value up, having a girl, and then other women are going to want you, or if you maintain your sexual market value, understand game, understand nature, everything else, like, well, female nature and how they move, that's going to serve you a lot more than like chasing girls that don't like you. Because when a woman doesn't like you, she's going to make your life miserable, dude. She's going to make it miserable. She's going to, you know, make you comply with her. She's going to withhold sex from you for compliance. Oh, you got to take out the trash or else you're not going to get no nookie tonight, all this other bullshit. Like if your girl is dangling sex against you for compliance, you lost. Should never be that way. That's your job.
Should a guy do that to a woman?
Dangle sex against her? Sure. The reason why I say that before, you know, the females in the comment section go crying, which who cares about your opinion anyway. The reason why I say that is because someone gives a what women think. Who am I kidding? The reason why I say that is because as a man, right, you have to come to the table with way more value than she does. You have to be competent. You have to have money. You have to have status. Or if you don't have it, you better get it, right? She's with you for some type of reason that will benefit her in the future. You better have potential. Meanwhile, when she comes, she's just bringing herself. You don't expect as much from her. So if she's only bringing one real tangible asset herself. Meanwhile, you're bringing all these other assets. The one thing that she brings holds a lot more value, right? So if she's not having sex with you, she's useless. Why are you here? Like, why? Meanwhile, for you, if you're not having sex with her, well, she's still getting the benefit of boyfriend energy. She's still getting protection. She's still getting provisioning. She's still getting leadership. Like, we have to bring so many goddamn things to the table where if we decide not to give her one of them, she's still going to benefit. But on the other hand, if she decides to not give her main commodity because it's her only real commodity, you don't benefit at all. And it's a waste of your time. And that's why I tell guys, if your girl's not having sex with you or trying to compliance from you in return for sex, get rid of her because she thinks that she has power. And anytime that the dynamic is she has more power than you or more leverage than you, it's a matter of time until the relationship ends and it's going to be miserable. You never want a woman to be in a position where she feels like she's a boss, she feels like she's a leader, she feels like she can get you to comply with her demands. It's going to be a miserable existence for you. It's got to be the other way around. Women are terrible, terrible people when they have leverage in a relationship. They will cheat on you, they'll make you look like an idiot, they'll emasculate you, they'll be grabbing your ear in a target, right? Yelling at you and berating you. Like when they have the authority over you, it's very bad. But when you have the authority over them, it's natural. It makes sense. They naturally follow you. You're naturally in your masculine. She's naturally in her feminine, right? We know how to behave when we have leverage and power. Oh, and I know some people might say, well, Myron, they're just going to cheat, blah, blah. Okay, you dumb. If a dude has a girl that he loves and he takes care of, his wife, right? And he goes and has sex with some other girls, that's not really going to change the position of his wife if she's a good girl. Like, we appreciate good behavior from women and we appreciate women treating us well because we have to work for it. There's guys out there that are 25 years old, never been kissed by a woman in their life. There's guys that might not get a gift from a woman their entire lifetime. Most men don't receive their flowers until they're dead, if we're going to be honest. So with women, their entire life, they're getting admiration. Their entire life, they're getting gifts. Their entire life, they're getting validation. So when they've been getting it all their life, does it have value? No, it doesn't. But with us, we get a gift from a girl, we get a handwritten note, whatever. We keep that, we treasure that because we had to earn it. So who is better to be in a leadership role? Someone who actually values it and work for it, or someone who doesn't know what they're doing and has been getting life on easy mode? It's gotta be the man. So when people say like, oh, you're an asshole, you're a misogynist, why do you think you're above women? I'm above women because I know that if she's above me, we're done. The only thing women can lead you to is to the end of the fucking relationship. You have to be the leader. And I think young men need to internalize this and not just internalize it, like get it through your head. Like, and it starts small. It could be as, I want to go to this restaurant. No, we're going to go here, right? Or I want to do X, Y, Z and you don't want to do it and you're going with her. I want to go to, Andrew, me and him make the jokes about IKEA furniture. The guy on a Sunday going to IKEA with his wife because she's dragging him there. No, it's like, I want to go to IKEA. All right, go, have fun. Well, can you come with me? No, I'm the man. As a matter of fact, sit your ass at home. You're not going no more. Guys need to be in that type of position. And I know some people might be listening to this saying like, oh my God, this is shocking. This guy's a dictator. That's what women want. They want a dictator. Like that's how it goes. And they respect it because when you're like that with them, they're like, okay, this guy can stand up to me, which means he can stand up to a threat, which means he can stand up to problems, which means he can protect us. Because if he can't even stand up to me and I'm some 5'3" dumb, how's he going to stand up to anything else? So guys need to really be in their frame and internalize the fact that number one, women are not leaders. Number two, you're better than her in every way. Act like it. And then number three, don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Because they have an incentive to lie to you about what arouses them and what they like. Like girls will sit there and be like, oh, you're misogynistic for telling girls to follow you. But the reality is they're turned on by a guy that could tell them, you know what, shut up, dude. Be quiet. We're going to do this. Right? They'll pretend like they're mad, but in the back of their mind, like, damn, I'm going to suck tonight. Because so few guys do it. It's so hard to find.
I think something you implied here, and tell me if I'm getting this right, is because men have to succeed in this, like all these multiple disciplines like status, intelligence,
fitness, earning capacity, network.
Because men offer more than what men actually value of women, which I would guess you would say is loyalty and beauty, that their loyalty from a man is not as valuable as loyalty from a woman. So if a guy cheats, it's not a big of a deal. But if a guy, I don't know, gives money to another girl, that's probably a bigger deal.
Yeah, I would argue, yes. Like I would argue it's a bigger betrayal if he's like supporting another woman, unbeknownst to the female, than him having sex with another girl. Because loyalty, and I'm glad you made that distinction, loyalty between men and women is completely different. A woman's loyalty is based on her sexuality and her sexual fidelity to you. Your loyalty is based on your ability to not just provide to her, but to protect her in times of peril, right? If a guy's gonna put his life on the line to protect this girl, that's how you know he really loves her, right? But don't understand is because they view, and this is why so many of them are stupid and they don't have critical thinking skills. They think that men and women are the same, aka we value the same things. I can't tell you how many times on my show, well, I make money, I'm educated, I'm smart, blah, blah, blah. We don't give a about none of that. We don't care. Like women will sit there and show like that they're earning capacity and their like what I call survival value traits, like income, status, all this other shit, they think we care about that. No, you care about that, because men know that if they get in a relationship, her money is her money and my money is our money. That's just how it is. So men just don't really give a shit about any of that. But women will use these masculine traits and try to sit there and say, oh, well, this is why you should give me a chance because I have X, Y, Z. And then what I counter to that every time when I talk to them is I say, well, if I spent 3 hours to get ready every single day, right? How would that make you feel? Oh, well, you know, maybe after a couple times it'd be fine, but it'd be annoying. Like, yeah, right? Like if I always made sure that I was one-upping you and dressing better than you and wearing better designer, wouldn't that get annoying after a while? Yeah, I could see why. That's exactly how we feel about your education and your work. Like a man's beauty or handsomeness does not really benefit a woman like that. It gets to a point of diminishing returns. Same thing with a woman. A woman's money and income and status doesn't really benefit us like that, especially if we already have it. Right?
Do you think looks matter? Because
for a man or for a woman?
For a man, because this is becoming more of a trend. I think in 2020 to 2023, like there was a big shift toward the red pill movement for guys in the Gen Z demographic. But I will say from what I've seen on social is that they're shifting toward more the black pill, which is that like your looks are the most important thing and that all the red pill things don't matter if you're not a good looking guy.
Sure. So let's tackle this because this is like, you know, the debate, like do looks matter, looks maxing, everything else like that. Let me be explicitly clear about this. I think every single man can get to at least an SMV or sexual market value of at least a 6 to a 7. Every single guy, right? If you're a short guy under 6 foot tall, you better get ripped, right? If you're not the most handsome guy, you better get your teeth straightened, whitened, get in the gym, right? Get your money up, etc. I think every single guy can get themselves to that level. Now, for some guys, it's gonna be harder than others. And then some guys are gonna be naturals, etc. And I need guys to understand that like, don't look at the naturals. Don't look at the guys that are the natural chads or whatever. Those guys end up always being the worst dating coaches because they don't understand how to do it because it just came easy to them. Any guy that says, oh, I've always had game, I've always had, congratulations, we don't give a fuck about your opinion. Like you have fun, you figured it out, but the rest of us are trying to figure this shit out. So when it comes to looks, what I would say is this, every woman is different. Some girls prioritize looks, some girls prioritize money, or some women prioritize status, etc. What you can do is, or let me start with the hottest girls. The most beautiful of women typically prioritize status and money. Just be honest with you. Like looks only do so much for them, right? The hottest girls prioritize status and money. This is how you see ugly dudes with hot girls all the time. Now, I think as a guy, you should be working on all of it. You should be making money. You should be increasing your sexual market value physically. You should be learning game because women are different, going back to what I was saying before. Some women prioritize good looks. Some women prioritize charm. Some women prioritize money. Some women prioritize status. But if you have it all, what ends up happening is you make your fishing net bigger. If you only have money, you have a small net that can get a certain group of girls. If you have money and status, now your net's a bit bigger, you can get another group of girls. If you have good looks, now you can get another group of girls. My goal is to make the fishing net as big as possible so you can get as many women into that net as possible. And then from there, you're gonna have the power and the leverage because the more women you're attractive to, it ends up working in your favor because I always say like, if you have women, other women are gonna come to you, right? It's like passive income, right? You put money into an investment, make money back. The more you put in, the more money you get back. Same exact thing with women. The higher sexual market value, the more women are attracted to you, the more women that are attracted to you, the more social proof you can display, and then the more that come in. So this is why it's so critical for guys to not just focus on one thing. I think it's better to be good in multiple realms than to be good in only one section. And let me explain, because some people might disagree with me on this. Let's say you only have money, right? But you're not the most attractive guy, you're awkward, you're strange, whatever. You'll get women, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna be used, you're gonna have to pay for sex a lot of times, and girls are gonna make it a lot harder for you, right? And you'll lose your girl to a Chad. Now, let's go with a Chad. You're a good looking guy, but you're a brokey. Well, you'll be able to attract women, but you won't be able to retain them. You will lose your girl to a richer guy in the future, or some guy with status, or some guy that's willing to pay up or simp or whatever it may be. Because like I said before, the hottest girls tend to be most attracted to money and status. Let's say you only got charm, but you don't have money or anything else like that. You might be able to have a relationship with her to a degree, but at some point she's gonna lose respect for you because you're not adhering to your masculine duty. So if you're really good at only one thing, you'll be able to get the girl, but retention is gonna be a problem in whatever thing you're deficient in. So this is why it's so critical. I want you to be a B in every category, at least, because that will put you in a position where you'll be able to retain the girl. Because let's be honest here, a lot of guys don't wanna run around as many as possible. Some guys wanna do that, but a lot of guys just want a girlfriend. So if you want a girlfriend and you want to retain her, you're going to have to be a complete package to the best of your ability. And then if you want to get married to her, you better be a complete package to the best of your ability.
I definitely agree with the actionable steps from it. I don't know. I would be inclined to believe that women perhaps have an assumption that guys already have money. So it's important with social media to stand out with your look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so the thing with money, right? Because you can fake it till you make it, right? Like we're here in Miami, people fake it all the time.
And you can fake status as well.
You can fake status, all that stuff. But like, if you lead with that, like you're gonna get exposed eventually, right? You're gonna be out with her car's gonna get declined. You're gonna say, oh, can you cover this or whatever? She's gonna quickly figure out that you're a fraud. So, you could fake it till you make it, but I think it's best to be competent and authentic in all regards. And the other reason why it's so important is because when you have all these things in place, right? You have your money on point, you're in the gym, you take care of yourself, you have experience, whatever it may be, you naturally get the confidence that women want in the first place, right? I always say competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. That confidence is earned and women can smell it on you, right? When you speak to them, I always tell guys, you need to talk to women in what I call the active voice. We're gonna do this, let's go here, let's do that, blah, blah. You're not asking for her permission, you're telling her. Now, some people might say that's disrespectful, whatever, but it's very important that men communicate to women this way because in their hindbrain, when you speak to them this way, they see you as an alpha. And I hate using that term, by the way, but they see you as a more dominant A-type personality and they're attracted to that versus, oh, well, what do you think? Oh, well, you pick or whatever, blah, blah. Down the road in a relationship, you guys know each other a bit. She understands the dynamics and you're doing shit, you're working. All right, you pick restaurant. I got shit to do. That's different. But early on, you need to assert that dominance to let her know that she is the subordinate. And most importantly, you are willing to veto shit. Oh, let's go here. Nah, we're not going here. I want to go here. Okay.
I really like that take that confidence is the most important
Absolutely.
at the end of the day. And it's really just about figuring out what things you need to work on as a man to become more confident. So,
absolutely, yeah. But it comes from the accomplishments and the competence. So like guys got to get out there and like earn it too. Some guys can fake the confidence and bullshit, but she's going to see through that veneer very soon.